Foodborne illness, it's always been a problem, but it's not going away. And it's actually, as the world population goes up and the demand for food goes up, it's becoming an even bigger problem. I think in the next few years, it's going to be a big issue to solve the problem of being able to find it, track it, and do something about it quickly.
The latest data from CDC shows that 1 in 6 Americans have a food safety incident every year, annually. It's huge. You take that into the developing world, and the estimate is about 2 million people annually dying from food safety incidents. And the tools that we have today, things like hazard analysis, the sampling programs that we have, the tests that we apply to our supply chains, the visits that we do to suppliers, all these work well, but we think we're missing something. We think we're missing the next breakthrough, the next really deep insight.
IBM actually is making a lot of changes in how we look at solutions that we bring to the market. A key area of transformation and change for us is in looking at solutions that are very industry specific. And healthcare and life science is one industry where indeed a lot of innovation is occurring, and there is a need to bring new solutions that address particular problems.
So IBM's been looking at lots of different ways of attacking different types of data. Obviously, we've spent a lot of time in the database world and structured data, but increasingly we're looking at unstructured data, both text, audio, video, and genomic data is sort of the next frontier. If you start looking at metagenomics and start looking at the microbiome, that's a whole nother level of data. As you'd expect, you get a lot of noise in this kind of data, and so finding those sort of needle in the haystack answers requires different algorithms, different modeling, and we have a lot of experts both in the IT, applied math space, as well as people who know genomics and biology. So that combination, I think, is really powerful for something like this.
Both Mars and IBM recognize that there's a new area emerging in microbiology where people are starting to look at environmental samples and sequence all of the organisms within those samples. It's like microbial ecology. Every food, every ingredient, every factory provides a habitat for a community of microbes. And if you can understand that community and what's normal, then deviations from the normal can alert you to problems.
From a given batch of work, you'll end up with some hundreds of gigabytes of data, maybe a terabyte of data that has to come in. And that's where the fun begins for us. We expect to find certain biological classes that are indicative of either a healthy or a less healthy situation for a given food ingredient. What we learn scientifically will then be used to develop a real surveillance system. What we're working on is making sure not only that we have enough compute power available, enough data storage and so forth, but also we have the application infrastructure that makes it feasible for the people working on the factory floor who have to make decisions, so that finally we can have a process by which we submit data and in the end get a result that says, that ingredient might need to be looked at more carefully, let's set it to the side and do further analysis.
We're very excited because IBM bring a unique set of skills that we don't have. So we can talk all the time about the supply chain, how to manufacture products, what factories look like, how to make sure that we make safe food. But IBM bring, all the big data capability, this real technical insight that we just don't have a clue about. Food safety today is a challenge in every country. And if we get this program right, we're going to improve that situation for developed countries and for developing countries.